And so a lot of people today, their just do it habit sometimes involves just opening Shopee and Lazada. And those are wonderful e-commerce platforms, but once you spend time with them unnecessarily and unproductively, you start buying stuff that you don't need. And that's not going to be good for you. Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight on the show. If you haven't followed us yet on YouTube, please do so. We are really rooting for a lot more followers and subscribers on YouTube. Right now, we don't have a lot. It will help us tons. So that is Leadership Stack on YouTube. Please do join us there if you prefer to go with video instead of audio only on Spotify. That is one of the ways you can do it. So there we go. Hope that helps. And yeah, Discord channel questions are still coming in. Let's go ahead and pop in the first question. From Patrick, why is managing finances more behavioral based? Why is it behavior? Because whatever you actually do is what is going to be affecting your finances. Why we say it's more behavior based than anything else is because when we say behavior, it's actually what builds habits. And habits are so important because habits are what you do on autopilot. These are things that you don't think about, that you just do. And so a lot of people today, their just do it habit sometimes involves just opening Shopee and Lazada. And those are wonderful e-commerce platforms, but once you spend time with them unnecessarily and unproductively, you start buying stuff that you don't need. And that's not going to be good for you. It is behavior based. It has a lot to do with your habits, the habits that you build. And so I'd say you have to change behaviors from the mind. You have to invest in what you will know and what you will practice in behavior so that your habits are going to follow your behavior. And you read a lot of books, personal finance management. Randall Tiongson, the author of the book No Nonsense Personal Finance, which is a really, really good book to read. And that has the 5 levels of personal finance management that you have to follow. And it's an amazing book for you to read. Another author that I do recommend and have personally read is Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. They have a US culture in the book, but it's also the same principles, the 5 steps to personal finance management, which is really the fundamentals of what you have to follow and what you have to do if you want a good foundation in your personal finance management. Through the years of investing, been a follower for many years now. I did invest in crypto. I do have a couple cryptos that I have invested in, and I'm still invested in, holding. And I did invest in them because I want to see how it works, how much it fluctuates. I am someone who loves learning stuff, and I want to learn how to win in this investment vehicle as well. I think a lot of cryptocurrencies have a good fundamental in terms of usability or use cases. I don't like the volatility. I don't like the speculations that are way out of this world, but I do like the use cases for cryptocurrency. The good use cases. I do like the good use cases for cryptocurrency. So I think that it has good potential, and the earlier you invest in them, the better, and the more you can see it where things are going. So I think it's just good to have like a stake in the ground with crypto. I don't really recommend you putting a lot of money that you can't lose. Well, definitely don't put money that you're not willing to lose in crypto. So just put a little bit, see where it goes. I'm a conservative investor. That's why this is the advice you're gonna get from me. If you're gonna listen to other more aggressive investors, I'm sure they'd tell you differently to put a lot of money in it. But for me, just put what money can lose and don't put a lot, because it's very volatile. If you can't swallow the volatility and watch your investments go red from time to time, then I suggest don't invest in them. That's not going to be for you. Who do you consider your biggest influence in life and why? Well, it's going to be the Bible. So it's going to be the Word of God and God Himself in the form of Jesus Christ. I read the Bible every day. Aside from that, it's going to have to be one of my mentors, Pastor Dennis C. And he's the senior pastor of Victory VCF Makati right now, I think. He used to be VCF Green Hill senior pastor. He's the one who mentored me from when I was 13 years old all the way to 19, which would be, I would say, still the time that I was being shaped as a man. So that's some of my shaping years. And he taught me how to be a real man, how to treat women right, how to read the Word of God, put it as a priority in my life. He taught me a lot of things that I didn't get to hear from my dad, or I didn't get to I didn't learn from my dad. So I'd say I learned it from Pastor Dennis C. His influence in my life is a big deal for me, and I can't pay that back. So without those years with Pastor Dennis, I'd say I'd be a very different man right now. And I mean that in a negative way. So I'd probably not be who I am in this way that you guys know me. Okay, what is the story behind your amazing side hustle? Some of you guys may not know, but SEO Hacker, my business, it all started from a blog. And this blog called God and You, which, the articles are still existent in my website, sean.c. They were written by me. Not a lot of people were reading my stuff. And I had to research about how to increase my readers and how to increase my subscribers. And this thing called SEO kept popping up. So I applied it to the God and You blog, and it ranked. And I pretty much journaled everything I was learning in the SEO Hacker blog, which you know now. I mean, SEO Hacker is the brand we have. It's the name of my business and company, but it wasn't a business back then. I didn't aspire to be a business person, to be honest. It was just a blog, and people started inquiring, like, how do you do SEO? Can you do SEO for my company? Can you do SEO for this business? Can I refer you to someone? And yeah, that's how the business started. I was a freelancer. That was my side hustle while I was working a full-time day job. And 5 months in my full-time day job, I resigned because I had to focus on SEO Hacker. I left in a really good way. So I turned over everything, trained my replacement, and I went full-time in SEO Hacker. That was like 11 years ago already. And right now, SEO Hacker has grown to a 50-man team, and we are enjoying what we do. We love what we do. We love working with each other. And yeah, that's how it started. Very humble beginnings, I'd say. Oh, hey, and since you're here, can you do me a favor? Can you hit on the subscribe button and hit the bell button and select all notifications so that whenever we have a new video, you're going to be the first one to know. Until then, keep leading.
It's easy to be impressed by turnover or number of staff or whatever, or accolades or awards or all the things that other people see. But actually, what you want to walk away with is the money in your pocket, and that comes down to making sure that business has a really, really good bottom line. And it's very easy to lose sight of that in growth,